Hey guys, so I want to start doing videos more like this on weekends where it's kind of like a 1v1 conversation with you and where you guys can just ask me questions and I can answer them. And the reason I'm starting off with a video that's titled the way this one is titled is because I'm getting so many comments from players talking about things like nervousness, things like lacking confidence, things like playing so well in practice but not being able to play well in matches. And I want to kind of go over a few ideas that can help you with this, because confidence is an issue really close to my heart. It's something for most of my life I lacked, and even to this day I sometimes struggle with it, although I have developed many strategies and have been able to get myself to a point where I have much more confidence than I did in the past, and I'm overall a pretty confident guy. However, it was not always like that, and I want to tell those of you who aren't confident, who don't have belief in their ability, who get nervous in those situations you feel like you shouldn't be getting nervous in but you still do. I want you to recognize that it's actually something you can definitely get over and you can definitely build upon your confidence. But I want to go over one of the things I think is the biggest saboteur, the thing that sabotages you the most when you're trying to build confidence, or you're trying to not be nervous, or you're trying to go into games, with this level of confidence that is going to allow you to play well, because confidence is incredibly important. And again, I always talk about the mental side of the game, and the reason I emphasize it so much is because I've been there as that player who's not had faith in his ability or self-belief in his own ability, or in many other things. So we're going to go over a few things that I think can help you, and let me know if you kind of like this style where I'm just answering your questions and it's kind of 1v1 like this. The thing you have to recognize, and I noticed this whenever there were periods in my life when I was really unconfident, and I noticed the lack of this in periods of my life when I was confident, and this is what it is. If you are using negative self-talk with yourself, if you are telling yourself that you're not good, if you're telling yourself that you're a nervous player, if you're telling yourself that you can never be confident, if you're basically having these hopeless type thoughts, it's going to be very difficult for you to build that confidence, because it really is true that everything begins in here with your thoughts. If you think yourself a bad player, you will become a bad player. If you think yourself a nervous player, you will start to outwardly project that. It all starts inwardly, but then it starts to become what's outwardly around you. And that may sound a bit woo-woo, but I mean, you can't really find too many great players that have serious confidence issues. And I mean serious confidence issues. Sure, there might be from time to time, like even with myself, I still sometimes will go nervous into a match. It's completely natural. But for those of you who want to, really get over this, for good, you got to stop talking negatively about yourself. If you have this image of yourself as a person who's nervous, if you have this image of yourself as a person who lacks confidence, you're going to outwardly do the things of a nervous person or of a non-confident person or person lacking confidence. So you need to start seeing yourself as someone who goes into games less nervous. You need to start talking to yourself a little more positively. And this is going to become better through repetition. And you need to start attaching some feeling to it as well. And I know when it comes to confidence, this may not be the advice you want to hear, but this is truly what's going to help you start to develop more self-belief, start to develop more confidence, and go onto the pitch in your practices and matches just full of confidence and with complete belief in your ability to perform well. Now, this does take time, and it does take consistency, but it's absolutely possible. So for any of you who are lacking confidence, who just, whether it's a self-esteem thing, whether it's just you don't have faith in your ability, whether someone's putting you down, rest assured that confidence is a learned skill, but it starts in here. So start monitoring your thoughts all day. Start monitoring your thoughts and start to see, how do you talk to yourself at all times in the day? Are you generally positive and constructive with what you say to yourself, or are you very negative and put-downy? Are you almost like a bully to yourself? And really consider, which side you're on, the positive or negative. And if you find that you're being incredibly negative to yourself, start to switch that to more positive self-talk. All right, guys? So again, I think this is one of the things that really prevents players from becoming confident, is the way they talk to themselves internally with their thoughts. And if you want to start developing more confidence, really start to use positive self-talk, really start to see yourself as someone who's confident. If you can see it and hear, you'll start to experience it outwardly, externally. Okay, guys? All right, that's it for today. Leave any questions you want me to answer in a video like this down below, and I may get to your question. Thanks for watching, and keep at it, guys. You can build confidence. You absolutely can, and I hope to hear that you have. Talk to you soon.